Hey, I'm Breena and we are going to draw the alphabet. Today we're going to do the letter A, and I'm going to show you how to draw some things. Come on. So we're going to draw a few things that begin with the letter A today. The first one is an angry man. So in order to draw an angry man, you first have to draw a man. So we're going to start by drawing a person, which is just going to be an oval for the head, 2 lines for the neck. So then since this man is angry, we're going to make his shoulders kind of going up a little bit. We're going to make his arms bent. And we're just going to draw these 2 little balls for angry fists. Okay, then we're going to draw his body coming down, and his legs are also going to be kind of sticking out in a wide stance. We'll draw some feet there. Yours doesn't have to look just like this. Now to make him angry, first we'll give him some ears. Eyes usually go in the middle of the head. The nose can just be any simple shape. And then let's see, when you're angry, you can either have your mouth kind of clenched. We'll give him some clenched teeth showing. Okay, and then let's see what kind of hair. We'll just give him a simple hair. Maybe he's mad because one of his hairs is sticking up and he can't get it to stick down. Now, how do we make him look mad? We make him look mad with pointy eyebrows. Arrgh! And you can give him a grumbly line on top of his head. And then let's make sure he's not a nude man. So we're gonna give him a little shirt collar here, 2 little triangles. Give him a shirt by adding the waistband and the wrists. Give him a little tie. This is an angry businessman. And then we'll give him some shoes. Okay, so this is A for angry man. Oops, there we go. Angry man. Okay, the next thing we're gonna draw is an aardvark. So an aardvark is a funny looking animal that I had to look up, but I'm gonna do my best to show you how to draw it. So we're gonna start out with 2 long ears, which just look like kind of like 2 really long upside down V's. Then you're gonna give it a long skinny nose like this. Kind of looks like a stretched out pig. Then you're gonna give it a big round back that goes off, almost off the page into a pointy tail. And then for its arms, give it a tiny neck here, and then we'll put its front arms down, which is just gonna be a line back, and then a line down to its foot, and then another line up. So there's 1 leg. You can make that neck go down farther. And you're only gonna see the back side, or part of the other foot because it's blocked. And then we're gonna make its belly. And then on this side, we'll draw kind of this big knee. And there's its foot. We're gonna do this leg the opposite direction. Okay, and then we'll do that same thing with the back foot. You only see part of it. And now, most importantly, we gotta give him a face. So we're gonna give him some eyes, and maybe let's see, you could just draw some simple dot eyes, or you could make his eyes looking by giving these little shapes behind him. And then probably a real aardvark's mouth is somewhere down here or there, but since this is a cartoon aardvark, we can just give him a little smile. Then you can add some details, like the inner parts of the ears, and then some of its markings, fur, and there you have it. It's an aardvark. This is like 2 A's in a row, so it's a super A word. Okay, for our final A drawing, we're gonna draw an alligator, another animal. Okay, so alligators are gonna be kind of long, right? So we might tilt the page to fit it in. And I'm gonna start out, again, this is a cartoon alligator, so I get to take some liberties But we're gonna start out with its eyes, which are gonna be kind of 2 bumps, okay? Those aren't the eyes yet, but that's where the eyes are gonna go. Then we're gonna draw, because the alligator's eyes kind of stick up out of their heads, right? Then we're gonna draw the face, which is kind of long, or the snout, I should say, and a little bumpy, right? And that goes down. So you draw some bumps and then you kind of curve it down, and you can just draw a big line all the way back, not quite to the eye. And then we're gonna draw the bottom part of the jaw, which will go a little further down. We're not gonna connect it, you'll see why in a second. And then let's see, we're gonna show you why, which is that an alligator is gonna have some big teeth. So we wanna make sure we left room for the teeth. And then we could draw the teeth coming up here too. Okay, and then they have little nostrils on their snout. You could draw a few more of the bumps on the nose if you want. And then let's see, we're gonna give this alligator some kind of squinty eyes a little bit. Okay, so we've got an alligator head, but now we gotta draw its body. What's the difference between an alligator and a crocodile? I actually have no idea. I've learned it 100 times and I can never remember. So I'm just gonna make a big bumpy back. Okay, and then I'm gonna make its little neck. And then I'm gonna make it kind of similar to the aardvark, but I'm gonna make sure we have room to curl its tail because they've got real long tails. Okay, so I'm just gonna make a long bumpy tail that curves around. I did bumps on one side only, so I think the bottoms are smooth. And then we're gonna do, we'll start with the back legs this time. So similar to the aardvark, we're gonna do that curved line on top. And then we're gonna have their legs come down. And I don't know how big their feet are. Maybe they're not that big, but, and then we're gonna do the front arm. And we'll draw that belly. Fill in the rest of the arms. And we'll add a few extra bumps on the back. And why not give him some claws just to make him look extra fearsome. Now if you want, you can add some more details like the edge of the water, maybe some plants coming up out of the water. You could draw a cattail, some lily pads. You can just add all kinds of details. And that is our alligator. Just to review, we drew an angry man, an aardvark, and an alligator, all starting with the letter A. Thanks for watching.